Yeah, a little bit frustrating actually. Like the pitch wasn't quite straightforward; it's a bit of a tricky one. But I thought Sophie showed us exactly how to bat. I think the way she soaked up pressure at the start of her innings, tactically, like targeted a bowler that was a good matchup for her, and was able to soak up that pressure and then put it back on us. I think is a really good lesson, I guess, for our middle order and our batting group. I think probably at times this series we maybe struggled to get our tempo perfect in ODI cricket, and I think that's probably come from not playing a huge amount, to be honest. We only batted in 5 ODIs last year, so yeah, some of us are still learning that a little bit and trying to find the right tempo. So I think Sophie's innings was an outstanding innings and a really good sign for us how to sometimes to absorb pressure and how to put it back on teams at the right time. But yeah, overall, I think it's been a really good series for us. I think there's been a lot of learnings. I think it's been really good that we've played on a few different surfaces, some that have been a bit trickier with big boundaries where we've had to think a little bit more. And I think we've got some really clear things that we can do a little bit better and keep moving forward on. I think we've been able to give opportunity at certain times, particularly in that T20 series, to some younger players to try and build our squad depth, which is in a really good place.
Yeah, I was going to mention the squad depth, so I guess that is one of the really key things about a tour like this, isn't it? Just to expose those less experienced players to tough international cricket.
Certainly, and I think those first 3 games when we were missing a few players gave us the option to do that, and that was a really nice opportunity actually, to be able to play those players in positions maybe they don't do, or to give different opportunities. I think some players have really taken it. Maya Boucher, for example, how she played in that T20 series. And I think moving forward, having that big squad depth with the amount of cricket that we do play is going to mean if we do have injuries, we're going to have people able to slot right in with that experience of international cricket. And it's also going to keep us moving forward as a group. I think we're really pushing each other at the moment to keep getting better, because that big squad that we do have, obviously everyone's desperate to play and you can only play 11.
The middle orders performed particularly well, I think, in a couple of the games. You know, there's been occasions where the White Ferns have started to make progress through your top order, but then the middle orders maybe not come to the rescue as such, but has really kind of got stuck in and given you a competitive total. So I guess is that an indication just of how far you need to bat? Do you need to be a deep batting side?
Yeah, certainly. I think they've been put in some tricky situations. I think Amy and Charlie in particular have had a couple of really good partnerships, and partnerships, like I talked about, where they've soaked up pressure for a little bit and able to put pressure back on the opposition in their own way. And I think Amy was really disappointed actually how she performed in the T20 stuff, and I think she went away and had a little bit of look at a few things mentally and how she wanted to approach the ODI series. So for her to have the series that she did and get us out of a few tricky situations, and it's probably the best, I think, consistently I've seen her bat in an England shirt in that role at 7. So that's really pleasing, and Charlie's gone away and made a little bit of a change to her backlift and tried to really progress her batting forward, and I think we've really seen that this trip. And I think how she's thought about how she wants to play as well when she's been under the pump has been really good, and those partnerships have kept us in games and obviously won us that first ODI. So yeah, it's really important that you do have that depth. Obviously we don't want sort of those players in tricky situations probably as many times as they have been in, but it's a really nice, I guess, feeling as a top order to have that real depth.
So home now, and then a short break, and then a busy home summer ahead, and of course some global tournaments to think about as well.
Yes, so it'll be individual. Some of the girls will have a bit of a break. Some girls will play domestic cricket, and we've got a huge amount of cricket coming up. So we've got a few players to add to the squad as well. Freya Kemp, who's been injured, Mika Gore, who's been finishing off her A-levels, obviously come back into contention at some point. So yes, it's a really interesting time, a really exciting year for us. Obviously that T20 World Cup is probably at the forefront, but yeah, a few deserved weeks off I think, and then get stuck into obviously the English summer.
Thanks, Aidan. Does anybody on the call have any further questions for Heather? You might be. Oh, sorry, Raf.
Hiya. Have you got any more details about Alice Capsey Ami's injury? Just any more information about how serious it might be yet? Thank you.
Not a huge amount. It wasn't as serious as first thought. I don't know the exact details, but minimal damage is what I've been told.
Great, thank you very much.
Thanks, Raf. Nia.
Hi Heather, congratulations on the series win. I just want to ask you your standout performances and moments from both the T20 and the ODI series.
Standout performances. I think obviously Maya's the obvious one, how she batted in the T20s. But I think Lauren Bell is sort of slipped under the radar, how she's sort of come into the side only a few years ago and suddenly has become one of the leaders of our attack, particularly in T20 cricket. And I've seen her really grow in confidence and start to be really confident about what she's trying to execute and the field she wants to go with that. And it's been, yeah, really cool to see her grow in confidence and add different skills. She used to just be able to swing it in, but now she's using her wobble more and is able to really have different tools in her box, I guess, to use in different situations, which is really cool to see her grow in that way. And yeah, so I guess Amy's, how she's sort of soaked up pressure and put it back on the opposition has been really, really nice to see. And I think seeing her consistently bat well for England has been really nice as well, because she sometimes had brilliant innings and then sort of dropped off a little bit. So to see her be hungry to keep getting runs for us and get us out of sticky situations has been really nice.
Certainly, and even looking at the team environment, how's it been like, with the youngsters and everyone? The unit has been gelling well together this series as well.
Yeah, it's been really good. Yeah.